Alright, budget magic time. rAllies in standard. Got the husks, got the cutthroat. Pluto Delta, go. Well, we're gonna get this Evolving Wilds out there. We have a few too many lands. Be good to thin our deck. Basic Swamp. Flooded Strand, gets an island, plays a Jace. Alright, let's crack this Evolving Wilds. Get a Plains. Yeah, I guess we just play a Cutthroat here. Pass the turn. Opponent's already got 2 fetches in their graveyard, so Jace is going to flip pretty quick. Is this blue-black control, or is this Jeskai black? Another Flooded Strand. I don't know what this is. 5-color Bring to Light? Catacomb Sifter. Oh, this might be Aristocrats? Not looting with Jace by the looks. At least not yet. Expedition Envoy. Well, we are going to go with Nantucket Husk here. Ship the turn. Opponent's going to loot with Jace. Discards a Sidisi's Faithful. Alright, definitely Aristocrats. No attacks. Loots again. This time Jace will flip. Pitches another land. Plays a land. Cracks the land. They have some big play? Collected Company. Alright. What do they find? Another Catacomb Sifter. And Sidisi's Faithful. So they get a token. And get to sack something to bounce something. Gets a couple scries. They're going to bounce our Husk by the looks. Yep. Pumps up the Jace. Gets in for 2. Well, I guess we play... Well, let's play this healer. We get to drain for 1. Expedition Envoy. Drain for another 1. Nomad Outpost. Pass the turn. So hopefully they don't just flashback Collected Company and hit a bunch more good stuff. That would be a little annoying. Zulaport Cutthroat. Pluto Delta. Gonna flashback Collected Company, sacking a Scion. And let's see what they hit. They get to scry. Leaves a card on top. Well, that's a bad sign. That means something they want is on top of the deck. Husk and Elvish Visionary. Get to draw a card. I'm just going to do a bit of attacking. I think we'll block and kill one of these Sifters. Get a couple of Cutthroat triggers. Opponent gets to scry again. If they have a rally, we're leaves on top again. If they have a rally, we're in pretty rough shape. Play a husk. Nomad outpost. Pass the turn. Grim Haruspex draws our opponent some cards when they start sacking things. Sidisi's Faithful. Jeez. Our opponent is drawing pretty much everything they want. Well, I think we're basically just dead. Yep. Oh, boy. Well, can bring in Tragic Arrogance, I guess. And take out these Blade Whirls. Alright, game 2 against 5-color Rally. And, oh man, another mulligan. Seems like we've had a ton of mulligans lately. Alright, this is keepable. I guess we'll want another black source for Drana, perhaps. Yeah, we'll keep it 6. No, definitely don't want a second Drana. That is at the very bottom of the list of cards that we want to draw. We'll see. Pretty much the story of last game is Jace just ground us into the ground. Well, that's not bad. One thing I don't think their deck gets to play much of, because it's playing so many creatures, is removal. So Drana does seem like a deck that can, or a card that can take over this matchup. That's what I'm hoping anyway. So Cutthroat first. Flooded Strand. Do they have the Jace? Zulaport Cutthroat. Well, let's see if they have actual removal. If we get to start getting in beats with Drana, that'd be pretty sweet. So I think we just pass here because we want to get counters on our Drana next turn, hopefully. Polluted Delta. So I could have Murderous Cut. I go with Grim Haruspex. Okay. Well, I guess we got to play this Cutthroat pre-combat. And then attack with both. Well, they're just going to let us hit? Sweet. Alright, so we hit them down to 13. Play... probably should have played the healer pre-combat too before we played the Cutthroat. Slight mistake there. See if if we lose by 1 damage, we'll know why. Or sort of 2 damage because we gain 1 too. But do they have an answer for Drana? Another fetch. Abzan Ascendancy. Alright. I guess that's good. Get some counters on things. They're just going to play defense. Well, I guess we attack with these two. Drana's going to make this a 3/3, so if they want to kill it, they got to block with the Haruspex. Or they need a murderous cut. Ooh. Slight mistake on our opponent's part. So they get a cutthroat trigger. We put them down to 8. They get a token. They get to draw a card. And we just play double Expedition Envoy, draining along the way. So our opponent's at 7. We're at 20. We got a Drana that's up to a 4/5. No attacks. Our opponent must have collected company. Well, I mean, we're going for it. Chasm Guide comes down with haste. Drains for 1. And we're just swinging with everything and hoping for the best. Alright. Do your worst. I'm sure they have a collected company. We'll see what they hit. There's a collected company. What do they hit? A Jace. Man, as devastating as their last collected companies were, this one... Oh, they had a Husk, too. But Husk and Jace still doesn't save them. I don't know what they were hoping for. They probably needed Catacomb Sifters that made multiple tokens. Alright. Alright, game 3. No changes. Oh, I guess we can keep that on the draw. 2 lands, a little risky. And we can't play our Envoy on turn 1, which isn't great. Tap Prairie Stream. Well, that helps. So we do get to play our Envoy on turn 1. Get down some beats. That makes our curve a lot better. Is this a Jace? Jace really seems to be the card that makes their deck tick. I think that that's probably what they want more than anything, I would assume. There's the Jace. Well, we get to get in for 2. And we draw a Drana. Well, I think we're going to play a tap land here, as strange as that sounds. Because Drana seems really good in this matchup. Opponent loots with their Jace. Pitches a land, plays Polluted Delta, sacks it, gets an island, plays another Jace. No, not really. Harspecs. Alright. Well, we're definitely going to just attack into this Harspecs. If they want to trade, that is perfectly fine. Now we'll get down the Drana. Seems like one of our better cards in this matchup. Untap Land Butcher would be... seems like pretty big game. Ooh, they get the green. And Collected Company, main phase. It's probably so they can flip their Jace, I'm assuming. Anafenza and Catacomb Sifter. Anafenza's a problem. Yep, flips the Jace. Discarding what? Another Jace. That Jace does shut down our Drana, unfortunately. Alright, I guess we gotta go with Nantucko Husk and Evolving Wilds. Oh, well, if they flashback Collected Company, they can't take up their Jace on our Drana, so we will get to theoretically hit with Drana. And we could have a hasty Butcher. Anafenza does shut down our Cutthroat kill. Alright, they're going to go to attacks. I wonder what the plan is. Anafenza and Catacomb Sifter. Well, I think we're just going to take it. I think our path to victory is Butcher of the Horde. Pumps up the Jace, plays a Husk. Another Husk. Oh my god. Alright, let's play this Husk. Pass the turn. Now they're going to flashback Collected Company. What do they hit? Visionary and Sidisi's Faithful. Was there any way of us winning? Gonna bounce our Drana. Well, I think we gotta sack the Drana, unfortunately, to pump up a Husk. They get to draw a card. Immediately cracks the Polluted Delta. They have another Faithful. Ooh. This looks like a Cutthroat. Yeah. Gonna go big attacks. Well, I think we're basically dead. We can do some blocking, sack this Envoy, keeps our Husk alive. They get some Scries, get some Cutthroat triggers. So we're down to 5. Yeah, we're basically dead no matter what. Crack the Valving Wilds, get a Swamp. Envoy, and scoop it up.